Hey, beautiful people. It is your host, Kimberly, also known as Intentional Mommy on Instagram. And I am your host for the Self-Love Witch podcast. I'm trying not to rush into this topic today, but it just dawned on me. I was like, you know what? This is a must talk about because I am so sick of seeing this happen to us, to people like me, to witches, to magical people, to readers, to healers. I put my foot down. I'm putting my foot down virtually, and I'm putting my foot down, in physical life. Okay. I'm going to need people who come to us with wants and needs and desires. I'm going to need them. I'm going to need, and if you're listening, I'm going to need y'all. Stop asking me for free knowledge, okay? And what I feel like when I speak, I'm speaking for all of us. Stop asking us for free knowledge. Stop asking us for free tips. How about you compensate me for that? I don't understand. I think what's going on is if it doesn't have a price tag on it, people think it's worth nothing. It's not that knowledge isn't worth anything. It's just that knowledge is not sacred to a lot of people. And I'm noticing that now. To a witch, to a magical woman, to a magical person, because I have men and women who listen to this podcast. Knowledge is the foundation. Knowledge is the foundation. And when I say knowledge, I'm not referring to even just book knowledge. I'm referring to memory. I'm referring to, herbal knowledge. I'm referring to crystal knowledge. I'm referring to energetic knowledge. I'm referring to esoteric knowledge. I'm referring to the knowledge such as our intuition. That's a type of intelligence. It's not sacred to a lot of people. But you know what? It doesn't have to be sacred to them. But if you're going to come to me and you want a piece of my sacred knowledge, you're going to have to compensate me for that. Because you know what? If we went back even 50 years, a woman like me could have either been shunned, hung, or set on fire. 50 years. We're talking like 1950s, 1960s. Let's not act like it wasn't possible. Okay? Now it's very unlikely. But let's not act like, I'm a black woman at that. Let's not act like, a woman like me wouldn't have been, completely isolated. So I understand that knowledge is very accessible these days. But if it's so accessible, how about you Google it instead of trying to take all of my knowledge that I have read many books for and went through trials and errors in life and went through pain and suffering and all types of things, learning myself, learning life, learning how to navigate, leaning into my intuition. How about you just Google it if you're not going to compensate me? And the thing is, I shouldn't have to put a price tag on things like that. But knowing the type of world that we're in, like I said, people only want to pay for things that have a price tag on it. If you do not have a price tag on it, baby, they expect it's free. So this is my message to all of the magical people out there, magical women, magical men. Put a price tag on it. Because if you don't, people, especially people who have no knowledge of how much work it takes, they really think that what we do is all fun and games. And I hate to say it, but it's the truth. They look at us and they think we live easy lives. They think we just sit around candles and we make oils and we chant and, boom, bada bing. They really think it's like that. And I'm so serious. And it sucks because you would think that people would have a little bit more knowledge, but people who have no knowledge of the life of a witch, the life, the things that you have to learn, the things that you have to overcome. When people have no knowledge of that, they tend to think that we are literally playing around, and they like the aesthetic of it. And a lot of people don't respect the energy and time and effort that goes into being a witch, and that goes into manifesting, and that goes into spell work, and that goes into checking in with yourself, and even being a person that is introspective, and being a person that honors intuition. A lot of people don't honor that. It's not me being pessimistic, it's just me just being honest. Especially like on Instagram, online, you have to be aware. One, we don't know these people. They don't know us. All we can go off of is what we see, what's being portrayed. Fair, But if you are going to go as far as to want to extract knowledge from me, or want to work with me, or have my time in a way that has me having to spend a lot of energy on doing something, I'm going to need you to compensate me, and I'm not going to feel bad for it, because money is a physical form of an energy exchange. But because people think, oh, you're just talking, that doesn't equate to money. Well, if you feel that way, you don't need to be working with me. People mistake everything free isn't good, and everything that costs isn't bad. Even if you don't think that it's worth what it is, then that's you. Go to someone else. That's why I learned you have to sit down with yourself and assess your worth before you start a business. You need to assess your worth, not only just with services and products. You need to assess your worth within. How much work do you put in? How much energy have you put in? How many things have you gone through to get you to where you are? Calculate all of that. All of that needs to be combined within the price, not just the pricing of the object, the container, the oil. No, how much energy you put into that needs to be included in the price as well. That needs to be included in the price. Stop asking other people, how much do you think this should be? How much do you think your creation is worth? How much do you think what you bring is worth? Because I tell you now, if you lowball yourself, guess what? You're going to attract a lot of lowball energy. You're going to attract a lot of people who expect you to give things for free. And that's the honest truth. So up your worth. I'm not saying stop doing free things for the community. I feel like free things are good, but don't do it to the point where if you know you can be rewarding yourself and you could be compensated, do that for yourself. You deserve that. That's energy that you're expelling out. You know what I mean? If you give out free knowledge, create a Patreon for more in-depth, more, secretive, sacred knowledge. But don't just be giving out your jewels like that. I've learned now, especially as witches, as magical women, magical men, when you give out precious jewels like that, things that have occurred to you within, when you give out jewels like that freely, baby, the thieves come. Not only the people who honor your knowledge to come, but it's also people who don't prioritize what you're teaching. They just like that it's free. You have people who just want to steal from you. You attract all kinds of people. So create boundaries around your creations. It's not wrong. It's not a bad thing to do. Create boundaries around your creations. God forbid. It's like when we buy a house. You don't buy a house and leave all the windows open. You don't buy a house and leave all the windows open so everybody could just come on in. No, you create boundaries. You let certain people in. Your knowledge, your creation, that is your house. Stop giving it away so freely. A lot of people do not honor that, and you are doing yourself a disservice. And honestly, we need to keep our sacred knowledge and our sacred teachings sacred. And give the jewels to people who will care for them, not people who will honor, who will be in awe of them and then toss them in the trash. Give it, create that dynamic where people are honoring it. That's all I'm saying. And that's what I've learned. And I wanted to put that message out there because we short ourselves, man. We short ourselves. We really do. And it's time to stop. 2021 No more lowballing yourself. Up the price. Assess that pricing. All of that good stuff. Assess the pricing. We're not shortballing ourselves anymore. And I'm very passionate about this because I was one of those people where I was charging $10 readings because I didn't understand how sacred my intuition and my knowledge was. So I was like, oh, it just makes money. Never treat your intuition and your sacred being and your, like, the sacred knowledge and your spirit as just a transaction for monetary gain. You attract energy you do not want to attract, and you're giving the message, to spirit that, hey, what you gave me, it's not worth that much. $10. It's about the same worth as a meal at Chick-fil-A. I mean, honestly, that's what you said. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Up that price. And if they want to complain, let them complain. But listen, when you up your price, you attract people who value it. That goes with services. That goes with yourself. Up that price. Make them work for it more. If they really want to, let them show you they want. This goes with dating. This goes with friends. I'm not saying you have to test people, but you need to have a certain standard set. And if they don't meet that standard, if they climb the ladder and you're at the 20th step and they get to the 17th step, that's not close enough. Okay? And that's where we short ourselves. They get to the 17th step, we're like, oh, you're close enough. Come on. No, because you got 20 other people over here who will gladly go to step 25 for you, okay? So stop shorting yourself. Know your worth. Know your worth, okay? Very passionate about this. Okay, know your worth. All right, and you know what? If anyone's coming at you, tell them pay the invoice, baby. I'm going to need you to pay the invoice. All right, y'all. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm trying to get more consistent with this, y'all. I'm trying. But yeah, that is all for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. I will be making a Patreon soon, which I'll have all the information. Until then, you can follow me on my personal page. It is Intentional Mommy. That's the word intentional and then mommy, MAMI. And then you can follow the podcast page on Instagram, which is the Self Love Witch Podcast. And if you're into Goddess Creations, womb healing, just natural holistic healing things that are just beautiful and goddessy, check out my business, thegoddessapothecary.com. And you can also follow my Instagram page at thegoddessapothecary. And yeah, so you guys have a blessed night. Stay magical, stay brilliant, and much blessings. Until next time.